We're back.
We're back just for a little snippet. We're gonna try and do more of these topics. So what were you saying, bro? Young Thug and Gunna?
Um, yeah, this one's for the super duper fans. Comment below. No.
Yes, comment.
Yeah, I was just saying that I forgot to bring it up about young Thug and Gunna getting arrested on some RICO charges, which is super fucking bad.
Rico.
RICO, it's like criminal gang type uh racketeer influenced criminal organization.
Oh.
So like illegal guns and gangs type shit,
Yeah, and
federal
like
crime type
racketeering
shit.
is more like also like, yo, we will protect you if you're like if you cooperate with us.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Where people would be like, go into like a restaurant, like the mob would go into a restaurant and be
Right.
like, we're gonna protect you from our own mob if you pay
Yeah.
us five thousand dollars a
It'd be a
month.
shame if something were to happen to this
Yeah,
place. Right.
so maybe you should pay us some money and we'll protect you.
Mm-hmm. From us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. No, so it's it's pretty fucking serious because I mean, just from what I've gathered, by the time they drop a Rico on you, they basically got it in the bag. Like you're pretty
Mm.
much fucked.
So they're gonna be getting locked up, basically.
Yeah, and probably other people too. It was YSL, which was Young Slime Life, I think,
I
something like
never
that.
heard that. I gotta check it.
I think that's what it stands for. But yeah, there was a rapper who was in YSL who just died today, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, Lil Keed.
How'd he die?
I don't
Gunshot?
even I don't even know. It was some like liver failure or some shit. I don't know.
Like, you think it was an actual accident?
I have no idea.
That's the
But
thing about all these things where it's like, right? Like, things like Mac Miller
mhm.
overdosing and then fentanyl lace from like,
Or Michael Jackson.
yeah. Although Michael Jackson was pretty fucked up, I'm like, yo, if you got little boys sleeping in your bed,
Right.
like something's going on.
Right.
Those parents are messed up. But
I don't
anyways,
I don't know what your point was.
I,
I was just thinking of artists like ODing out of nowhere kind
oh
of.
yeah, for sure. Where it's like this, it was like could have been intentional from somebody else that wants to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, definitely with Michael Jackson, where it's like, yo, your doctor's giving you massive amounts of drugs, and
Well, especially when someone else gave it to you. Like
that's why I stopped
literally.
accepting drugs from the gang,
Yeah.
because they would definitely supply me for free too. My paranoia started to hit too, and then I got deep in this like Illuminati sacrifice shit. And I was just,
Yeah.
you get afraid because they might not just be like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice him to the devil for more fame or fortune, but it could just be like, yo, you're a threat,
Yeah.
possibly, or you could be a danger, just like John Lennon or something.
Dude, yeah. I think
If you're
about that shit like honestly, well, I don't know. I don't really want to get into a whole
other tangent, but I mean, that's kind of
I do think
when
about
you're
that shit though
affiliated
a
with
lot.
the gang and the gang life like these guys are,
Right.
it don't matter like what level you're at in the gang, what your rank is or what your purpose is in the gang, because it seems like you might get shifted around or it's all about those power plays. I don't what do you even know what was really going on with them, like why they got the Rico?
Um I don't, dude. I don't know. I
There's
mean,
probably many incidences, I'm guessing.
it's probably shit that's not that surprising, like, you know,
And
I don't want to
it's
speak on it because I don't know exactly, but it's someone was probably fucking, dealing like,
on the side.
yeah, I mean, dealing drugs and guns probably, and just all.
Well, then there's always somebody that gets greedy and they try to do their own little side business. And that pisses people off and they're like, "Yo, you work for me. You're not
Well,
gonna like."
that's what I was thinking too, because we were talking about this on another podcast about kind of how much, like, you know, if if some of these really big entertainers, not even in just music, but like, some of these high rollers or whatever, if they are, say they're fucking slinging this or that, like, how much are they being allowed to do that? Like, we were talking about that in one of the other
Like with
podcasts.
Stitches, that's one
Yeah,
artist I think of where I'm like,
anybody, like,
I would think like, because sometimes I think like, okay, there's definitely like rich white people, like CIA people, that might run record labels
mhm.
that go into the projects and they pick up these uh, rappers and they're like, yo, we'll supply you and make your music, feed this party monster for the people, make it look cool, get everybody on this substance, and we'll let you slide if you
Or
cooperate with us.
even to be darker, the fact that, like, that kind of party lifestyle shit is like encouraged, and then a lot of these artists die and make these record companies way more money after they're dead,
That's,
so
yeah.
who
Michael
knows
Jackson,
who
Lil
know
Peep. Sorry.
no, yeah, I'm Mac Miller, all of them, like, I mean, who was the first really big artist that died, and then some record executive was like, holy shit, like, when they die we make more money, like, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm
Jimi
just
Hendrix was one where it's like more albums come out after you're dead.
yep,
Or, people think of Elvis or Tupac where
right,
they're like, they faked their death
right.
so they could hide from the fame but make even more money. Um, and they
How
were like
crazy
sick
would
of the
that actually
limelight.
be? Like, people always talk about that shit, but to actually
Yeah.
do it, like,
Well,
that'd
they
be
would say like
nuts.
Jim Morrison, where they'd be like, if you have the right connections, like, they'd be like Elvis would have his own mob basically, and then if you got Easy E eating dinner with the president,
Right.
he's another one they took out. Probably like sure he could have got AIDS
Hmm.
from drugs and sex, but that's another reason why sticking to independent stuff and not getting too affiliated with the industry and all these other record labels, because it's like, man, they're working with so many other people and at the end of the day they don't really care about you.
Yeah,
They care about filling their pockets. And
straight up.
with these guys, it makes me think of 6ix9ine, you
Hmm.
know, like whatever's going on with Young Thug and Gunna,
Right.
because I'm like, okay, yeah, crime, it's the name of the game, but you know a lot of these guys get locked up and then they come out and then they're still popping.
Right.
They might even get more respect.
It's it's crazy, man.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to check out the story and like follow it because I am interested. I actually
Hmm.
really like Young Thug's music.
Dude, me too, and it's crazy, because, like, I don't think they will get out for a long time. Like a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna check it out and see, just what's going on. That's another thing. I love hip hop, but you know, gangsters. I'm attracted to gangsters. Like, I want to make out with them. I'm just kidding. I'm just no, they want to make out with me, Birdman. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
But no, there's just something about like hip hop and that culture and that life, like being hard, and it's not even like totally like I wanted to get involved in that stuff, but it happens with the music scene, the drug scene.
Right.
Like, your next thing you know, you're out there playing music on stage, and then, oh, these guys got the hookup. You start getting hooked up, you start getting addicted and strung out, and then you start just connecting with more and more people. And it's like I was telling some family about being, I was like, I don't even know how. I just kind of ended up getting affiliated with like gangs, basically. And they're like, oh yeah, I mean, whatever like a Montana gang is. I'm like, well, it just slowly happened, and it wasn't just throughout Montana. It was through different states and different cities and towns. And then those members of that gang would be affiliated with other gangs. They might be affiliated with Crips. They might be affiliated with Bloods. So next thing you know, everything's all black and white, and then there's a Blood over here, and there's a Crip over here, and then there's these other gangs. There's another gang in this city, and you're getting
Right.
involved with the hip hop crew, and then you're getting affiliated with that gang just because you're like working together, and you might put on a
Hmm.
concert.
Right.
And it's just weird how all those things go together, and it might not even just rap, rock and roll,
Yeah.
Hell's Angels,
Yeah.
and all that shit, where it's like it's just crews like people establish. It might be a fan base.
For sure.
The fan base turns into a gang, and it's really just culture and human nature or something.
Hmm.
They're like, you're gonna step on my toes. I was talking to these guys, and I was like, people get territorial, and they're kind of like, oh, well, I've never like noticed that or experienced that. Like, well, I guess you haven't been into enough territories yet,
Yeah.
because you show up at that venue in that city, and there's gonna be a top dog in that town
Yeah.
that's like, yo, you gotta work with me, or you gotta go through me,
Hmm.
or whatever. I don't know. It's weird, and obviously Young Thug, he's a pretty top dog in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you get affiliated with Birdman and what was he? Young Money
Um,
or Cash Money?
it was one of those.
Yeah, and
I think it was Young Money.
Illuminati, basically. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, but yeah, I'm glad we talked about it because
Hmm.
it's this is like pop culture too.
Yeah. I totally forgot about it. I mean, it's all over Twitter, and yeah, I've been reading about it. It's pretty fucked up, man. Like, you know, I don't know what was going on, but I would like to know. I'd like to know more about, like, because that's some serious shit, and um, it's just like it does make you think that just starting your own thing, like it's not hard to do, and you can control it, and you don't have to worry about shit like that.
Well, yeah, and I guess initially for me too, once I started to network and affiliate with other organizations, there was like networking, and that's what I thought. Like more
Right.
business, build better business, connect with more people that are in the same, doing the same type of things, and didn't even realize that the networking is also a little bit Kayliana basically also, she always says to me, she's like, well, eventually, I don't know what happened to you, but you just chose thug life in a way or something. She was like, it got all, and I'm not that guy. I'm like a hippie.
Right.
Like I don't even fucking shoot guns, really. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've just, but I'm a drug addict, and I like doing drugs. Not
Yep.
anymore. I mean, there's that part of me that's like, I love it, but
Right.
I'm like, I know it ain't good for me, so. Um, well, Young Thug, I like your music, and that's the hardest thing about these things is when separating the art from the person. Sometimes, like, you might not support how somebody lives their life or their moral compass, but
Mm-hmm.
you like the sound of their music.
Right.
So, and then it always makes me wonder because they would take people off like Spotify. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they took XXX Tentacion off of Spotify.
Really?
They might have put him back on because they were like, kind of like the domestic violence, partner assault stuff, beating
Right.
women.
Right.
And I'm like, did you take R. Kelly off Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure there's a lot, and that's what Joe Rogan would talk about. Like, there's a lot of artists out there you're gonna have to take off Spotify because
For sure.
promoting violence, but it's not like totally promoting it. It's more like telling the story of your life.
Right. Exactly.
Well, maybe we'll hear some music about it. Maybe it's already riddled in their music.
I mean, I was I was listening to the new Kendrick, and then Spotify will just like continue playing kind of similar songs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the song came up and it was called Rico. It was a
Oh,
Drake and I can't remember who else. Um yeah, he's like they're gonna catch a Rico or some shit like that. Or I can't remember what he said, but so it's not, it's not something. I watched a really good video. I don't know, maybe if I don't know. It was this dude was talking to Young Thug, and just there's a bunch of people in this kind of studio, and he was just telling them all about like, you know, just kind of leaving that street shit behind.
mm-hmm.
Um, and Young Thug just looked like kind of like he knew it was already over type shit.
Mm. Yeah, I mean,
So
it's kind of like karma. Like, eventually, I've always felt like karma, like, gives you time and kind of lets you think you're getting away with it.
right,
And then eventually, it just is like, I feel like karma's always, like, I would like to think that my karma's really far away. And it's going to take a long time for it to catch up with me.
mm-hmm.
But it might just be like looming right over your shoulder the whole time.
Right.
And then it's like, yo, I've been here the whole time, just waiting for this moment.
I seen all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I don't know. That's interesting about hip hop. Just like the Key and Peele skit, whereas the rapper's
Yep.
like talking about confessing to a murder, and they're like, "You said
Right.
this in that song." He's like, "I didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I killed him." It's like,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I mean, fucking Drake, dude. I always felt like Drake. I was like, dude, Drake is like a pop star rap guy, but I feel like he has so much power and influence and
Oh, yeah.
connections that just people, when they have that much power, influence, and connections, there's probably somebody in their phone, not even in their phone, but they're that they can just tell somebody like, you know what, we go get me I need a shrimp taco,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd be like, shrimp taco, you got it, boss.
For sure. Definitely.
And it's because even I've had guys, I'd be partying with my homies in the trailer park. I don't know if I ever told you this, but we had this like manager that was a shitty manager, and he's like, for our band, he basically stole stuff from us, pawned it, left town.
Yeah.
That got us all fucking sloppy drunk one night after a show. Stole shit, booked, left town, and then we're like partying the next night because we are alcoholics. And this dude from next door comes over and he's like, we're talking about like, man, this fucking sucks. And he's like, you need me to kill him? I'm like,
What?
what? He's like, I'm a killer. Do you need me to kill him? I'm like, no, dude. We never let that guy over again.
For real.
So, I mean, they're not just out, they're all over the place.
Dude. Yep. It's true, man. And it's the yeah.
It
It's good
might
to be
just
aware
be
of
the
shit like
cop
that.
shop.
For real. Dude.
Well,
Yep.
Young Thug and Gunna. With a name like Gunna and Young
And
Thug,
Young Thug.
yeah, it's not too surprising.
It's not surprising, but it sucks. And kind of like we're talking about, like, you know, um, people appreciating you more after you're gone. Like, if you're even gone in prison, like, still gone in a way. He's not going to be
Mm,
making music and out there, all that shit. So there's
yeah.
gonna be a lot of Young Thug and Gunna love. You know,
Oh, for sure. Free Young Thug.
right?
And I'm gonna have to check it out because I want to find out the details of like what the incidences were.
Right.
And it'll all come out because I'm like, we have fucking cell phones.
Yeah.
Any messages or phone calls get like they're tracked in the database. And even if you don't message it or talk over the phone, these fuckers are listening to you and they're reporting it all back to the CIA or something.
Right.
And they got us all pinpointed, locations. They got fucking voice recognition. Fuck, I don't even know, man.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And karma's one thing, but the damn technology and governments and authorities, they're a whole nother monster.
For sure.
Well, at least you ain't out there racketeering, being like, going down to the fucking mom and pop shop, be like, yo, be ashamed if something happened.
I mean, you're looking at it, dude. This is my fucking life.
Well, at least, you're a good guy, James. You're a great guy.
Appreciate you, homie.
Appreciate you, young homie.
Young homie. Hell yeah. That's it.
Gotta get your thug life tattoo. I got love life on my.
You?
Yeah, right here. It's like
Oh, right.
instead of thug life, it's love
Right.
life.
You should have got it all big.
I know Kayliana did it.
Right.
Maybe I'll get it all redone one day.
Mm-hmm.
But Peep
That's
has
dope.
something like that, right? He's got love.
Yeah, he's got love, but he also has exit life
Oh
on
yeah.
on his back. Super huge.
I always thought that was just like, okay, this is just like your suicidal statement or something like, or what's exit
Um,
life?
exit life. I mean, it was basically, yeah, about, I think it was about dying. it was funny because when I first seen that, I was like, oh, that's Enter Sandman.
Oh my gosh.
He's saying exit light, but
Enter night.
yeah. So yeah, for a minute,
Exit life. I'm gonna
yeah,
always think of that now.
for a minute, I just thought that, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy tattoo to get plastered on your back.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like unfortunately, it seems like that was just his whole psyche was like,
Yeah.
for some reason, you could hate
Mm-hmm.
life even when your life is like, could seem like you're doing really good to other
Yeah.
people, but,
Yep.
I guess, those
It's all
guys' life ain't
perspective.
doing so good right now, and they'll probably end up in prison.
Yeah.
Have they probably already
It's,
been to prison? Haven't?
I don't know.
Jail, probably. I don't know how you've. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll have to talk about it again
Yep.
next time.
Yeah. Next time on What's Up This Week.
What's up this week? Yo, yeah, that's what we need to be doing. Little segments of what's up this week.
We need a little intro song. I'll
Let's
make
make
one.
it. Make it up, James.
Yep. Yep.
Sweet.
I'll do it
Uh,
right now.
are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I'm Young Thug.
Oh.
You're gonna. No, no, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll fuck around and
I don't have a gun. You do.
yeah.
You know my gun. The
We'll fuck you up.
blaster. My stuffed
Yep.
ray gun.
Yeah.
That's my gun, bro.
That's all you need.
Well, I'm gonna blast off, bro.
Word. Same.
And
Hell yeah.
I'll see you back on planet Earth.
All right.
'Cause I'm
Are we
off to the moon.
are we both saying bye at the same time?
Yeah.
All
1,
right.
2, 3. Bye. Oh,
Peace.
peace.
Bye.